If you have been thinking about selling, you should feel encouraged to take action now. Many people ask me, how's the market? Considering what's happening in Singapore and all over the world, most people feel that both sales and prices should be coming down. What do you think? Here's a quick update based on November data of what's happening in both the private and HDB resale markets and what I think they might mean to you. For private non-landed residential, overall prices continue to rise, increasing by 0.3% in November compared to October and are 1.3% higher year-on-year. In terms of volume, 1,426 units changed hands in November, up 1.4% from November and 83.5% year-on-year. This suggests that there's a strong, healthy demand. So if you're looking to buy, do expect the sellers to be holding on to their asking price, especially for the more attractive units. Or if you have been thinking about selling, you should feel encouraged to take action now. In the private new home sales space, November saw a surge of 18.9%, continuing the strong showing post-circuit breaker since June, despite a slight dip in October. Some analysts attribute this to the hope surrounding the vaccine and economic recovery. My personal take is that this has to do with the strong attraction and underlying confidence in new launches. For example, the Link and Beauty World and the Landmark launches in November, and most recently, the strong showing of the Clairvon and Key Residences in the last 2 weeks. What does this mean to you? If you have been thinking about investing in a new launch and have been hoping and waiting for prices to come down, the odds are against you. Over in the HDB resale market, overall prices increased by 1% in November and 5% year-on-year, but still 9.3% lower from the peak in 2013. Resale volume dropped 4.3% in November to 2,331 units as compared to October. If you are currently looking to buy a resale HDB flat, do expect that inventories are running low and that sellers are likely to be asking a higher price. If you have been thinking about putting yours up for sale, this might be a good time. And finally, the rental market. Considering that we tend to assume that rental demands usually come from foreigners, it is interesting to see that both the condo and HDB retail rental market volumes are up in November amidst all these border restrictions. Private condo rental went up by 3.8% in November and rent up 0.5%. During the same period, HDB rental increased by 6.7%, while rents remained unchanged. Compared to a year ago, rents for HDB are up 0.8%. This is encouraging news if you have a property to rent out. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think by commenting below. If you feel this information is useful to someone you know, please feel free to share, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.